top Knoxville areas you can afford based on your salary. Let's dive in and get started. Real quick, these are Knoxville zip codes only. If you want to know about surrounding areas outside of Knox County that are Knox Metro, go check out that video. All right, so first of all, let's start with an annual salary of $55,000. So at $55,000, your max sale price is $262,000. Your monthly payment about $1,650, and your monthly income around $4,500. Now, what can you afford? Zip code that is going to be best for you is 37914. The average sale price at 37914 is $246,000. So you are well under that 262 max price point. This includes areas like Magnolia Avenue, Holston Hills. This also includes, basically this is East Knoxville, right? So everything from essentially downtown east, kind of following along and parallel to I-40. So great option, super close to downtown. Lots of up and coming areas here, not a ton of new construction, but a lot of renovated properties. All right, next up, if you are in the $50,000 to $60,000 range, this means your max price point is your max price point is $287,956 for a sale price. Monthly payment around $1,800 and your monthly income around $5,000. What zip code fits this? 37915. This is another east of downtown option. This includes some water frontage. This includes the old city, and this is also the location of the new baseball stadium. So right now, at the time of this video, February 2024, this could be a really good time to get in this zip code, because with the development that's going down and happening, and with the growth of downtown Knoxville, we can imagine that this average sale price of $275,000 is going to increase. All right, next up, if you are in the $60,000 to $70,000 range, your max price point is $338,000. Monthly payment around $2,100, and your monthly income would need to be about $5,833 for a $70,000 income. So this is where we start to see a lot more zip codes kind of coming into play here. One of note that I want to point out to you is 37917, and this is an average sale price of $296,000, and this is northeast downtown. This includes Central Avenue, which is home to Yeehaw Brewing, a lot of cool stuff. This is where Central Flats and Taps is. This is areas called Edgewood and Park Ridge. This is 4th and Gill. So this is a very cool, vibey kind of place. This includes Old North Knoxville. So not new construction, but certainly if you're thinking historic homes, if you're thinking more quaint, super close to downtown, and a cool vibe, 37917 could be a really great option for you. This would be one of the options as well where you could bike into downtown. You could theoretically walk if you wanted to, but easily you could bike to downtown, you could bike to campus, and you're so close to the old city and all of that vibrancy. So really cool. But some other zip codes of note at that max 338 sale price, income of $70,000, 37921. Now this is just west of downtown, and it is kind of the beginning of West Knox zip codes, but is going to be your best option from a price perspective, as its average sale price is $305,000. So a really good option, close to downtown, but it's kind of your entry point into West Knox neighborhoods. Others of note that are more east are 37709, 3779, Coreyton, Halls, etc. out that way. You're looking at about $296,000 for 3779, and that's Coreyton. So that's more land. You are accessible to Halls and Gibbs, but you're also kind of headed to that Norris, Cherokee Lake kind of corridor when it comes to Coreyton. All right, also 37912 is another option, and that average sale price is $299,000. So you are well within that max of 338 at a $70,000 a year income. This is just north of downtown. You are accessible to a lot of things. It is extremely convenient because you're just north of 640. So you can get to West Knox easily. You can get to East Knox. Your closest lake or water is going to be Norris or Mountain Hill, but you're probably going to go to Norris. And this includes Inskip, Norwood, and then also if you love cars, Galleon Drive, go check it out. All right, let's go to an $80,000 a year income. Your max purchase price is about $392,000. Monthly income should be around $6,667, and your monthly payment max is going to be $2,400 a month. So some areas here that I want to point out to you. Remember, again, our max sale price is $392, and this is where we start to get to more the places that everybody's talking about in Knoxville. And one of those is Powell. So Powell is $37849. Average sale price in Powell is $343,000. Powell is a smaller community. People from Powell love Powell. They talk about Powell. You've got really highly regarded schools. You've got a quaint feel, but you're also extremely accessible to Norris Lake. You're extremely accessible to West Knoxville. The cool thing about Powell and anything that's north of I-40 is you can travel kind of across Knoxville without having to get on I-40. So that's kind of a positive. Other areas here, Fountain City, 37918, average sale price at $351,000. Another North Knoxville option. You've got primarily super established neighborhoods and homes, not a ton of new construction, but another one of these cool kind of vibe places. South Knox fits in this category. South Knox average sale price is at $345,000. So again, we're in that $80,000 a year income. So with a max sale price of $392, South Knox comes in average sale price at $345,000. Now that the zip code is 37920. You do have some water frontage. You've got Lakemore Hills that sits across from Sequoia Hills, and then you've got Sevier Avenue area, which sits across from downtown. I will say that there is a ton of development, commercial development happening right now in South Knoxville. We are seeing some new construction, but really more what it is commercial development. Because we are on the river in South Knox, that area has started to be developed, and we're starting to see a lot more apartments coming in. We're starting to see huge, not huge, but we have something, for example, the historic Kearns building is now being turned into a big commercial building. So South Knox is continuing to see a lot of growth. So this would be an area at the time of this video that I would suggest, if it's something you're considering, if you're wanting to be in an up and coming area that is close to downtown, South Knox is a great option for you. Another one of note is 37923. 37923 is Cedar Bluff. Average sale price in 37923 is $378,000. So at that $80,000 a year income, you are well within that 393 max. I do want to say that Cedar Bluff is kind of what some would say kind of the beginning of West Knoxville, which I actually disagree with. But Cedar Bluff, you are now in the heart of West Knox, accessible to Farragut, accessible to Sequoia Hills, accessible to Carnes, accessible to Bearden, accessible to all the places. And then this is also, think like where private schools begin, all of that. So this is kind of the beginning for some of where West Knox is. Other places of note, Carter and Strawberry Plains. If you're wanting a more rural option, that would be 37871. With an average sale price of $387,000. All right, now if we go to a $90,000 a year income, your max purchase price is at $442,000. Some areas in Knoxville zip codes of note here. This is when we start to get into the West Knox true, kind of, again, we saw the Carnes at that $80,000 income, but 37909. So this is a sister to 37921. 37909 is technically West Hills. Average sale price here is $442,000. West Hills is home to West Town Mall, home to West Hills School, home to Bearden Middle School. You are still in city taxes at this point at 37909, so you're gonna be having both taxes, but you have, to me, West Hills is kind of the location where if Chip and Joanna Gaines came here, this would be the place they would want to purchase, because these are some of the most highly regarded places for real estate, where you're going to find a house that was built in the 70s that's never been touched. And if you were to renovate it, you're going to see that price skyrocket. So other areas of note here, 37916. That is UT campus property. Average sale price there at $429,000. These are largely investment properties or people that are purchasing for their students that are coming to the University of Tennessee, and these are largely cash cows. So if you could get your hands on one, this could be a really great location from an investment perspective within Knoxville. Also, Carnes, 37931, average sale price is $440,000. So we're almost at that $442,000 max price point for a $90,000 a year income or salary. Carnes is West Knox. It is going to be your cheaper option to Hardin Valley or Farragut. Again, sister to Powell, very accessible, north of Cedar Bluff. It's a great location. It is a great option. It has a more rural feel than, say, a Farragut or even a Powell, but it is still extremely accessible to downtown Middlebrook Pike. I will say, for some reason, I think Carnes is super hilly, just like Hardin Valley. So I do want to make note of that. I don't have scientific evidence of that other than the amount of which I've driven those roads and been there. This is very close to where I grew up. I actually grew up in 37923. So I know this area very well. All right, now $100,000. Our max price point at an income of $100,000 would be $493,000. This would have a monthly payment around $3,000 and a monthly income of $8,333. Some Knoxville zip codes of note here. This would be if you're wanting to be in the Sevierville, almost to Sevierville, not quite, but still in Knox County. An area to consider is Kodak. Kodak is super rural, and this would be really more if you're wanting kind of Knoxville to Sevierville, but not right in Sevierville, you might consider Kodak. Average sale price there around $473,000. Now let's get into the $100,000 to $125,000 price point. At one place to consider here is 37902. So 37902 listed our average sale price of $550,000. So this would put you at an income between $105,000 and $115,000. At $115,000 annual salary, you're looking at a max purchase price of $569,000 with a monthly payment about $34.50 and a monthly income of $9,583. So downtown, 37902. These are going to be largely high-rise buildings. Your average sale price in downtown is $550,000. So this puts you just under that 115 annual income max of 569. So downtown, like I said, this is going to be high-rise. Sturkey building, the Holston building, like those kind of things that are downtown off Gay Street. 37932, Hardin Valley, average sale price of $539,000. So this puts you in that $100,000 to $115,000 salary. Hardin Valley, lots and lots of new construction. This is a sister to Farragut. This includes Hardin Valley schools, which are highly regarded. Again, the sister to Farragut and Farragut schools. Lots of families here, lots of new construction. And just really an alternative Farragut. You're not too far away from Costco, Turkey Creek, etc. But largely, this is largely residential, and it's going to be a higher price point than Carnes at 37931. Next up, if we go to the $125,000 and higher price point, this is when we get into Bearden, Farragut, Sequoia Hills. So for example, if we look at 37919, average sale price here is $682,000. This puts us at the salary around $145,000, where our max purchase price is $722,000. So Bearden, Riverbend, Rocky Hill, Sequoia Hills are all part of 37919. This is primarily older properties, very well established neighborhoods. You know, Westmoreland, Rocky Hill, so all these are quintessential Knox County properties. Riverbend, expensive waterfront, nice waterfront, more estate type vibes, and the neighborhoods are all pretty much full of custom build homes. You do also have quite a bit of back roads, and some people, I have a friend who complains about this area. This is one of my favorite areas in Knoxville, 37919. Again, average sale price of $682,000. Another one I've mentioned that is sister to 37919 is 37922 with an average sale price of $691,000. This includes Bluegrass, Concord, Choteau. It is Farragut adjacent. Technically, part of that is Farragut. Choteau is considered Farragut, but also, again, you have some really beautiful water frontage. And Bluegrass, Concord, all these, again, very highly regarded areas, super accessible to all of the Knoxville hotspots. So those would be a income around $145,000, somewhere between 120 to 145, depending on your debt, etc., and how much cash you have to bring to the table. Next up, if we're getting to, this would be our kind of most expensive price point as it stands today at the time of making this video, for a Farragut. Your average sale price in Farragut is $726,000. This would put you at an income between $145,000 and $155,000. Your max sale price at $155,000 is $773,000. So Farragut's at that $726,000. Depending again on where your debt to income ratio is and stuff like that, you're thinking around a monthly payment at $155,000 and a $773,000 sell price of $4,650 monthly payment and around $12,917 a monthly income. So that Farragut average sale price of $726,000 puts you well within that window of that max $773,000 price point. Farragut is certainly highly regarded because of schools. It is highly regarded because it has all the things. It's got the Costco, it's got Turkey Creek, it's got everything you need. Farragut. So those are, as you get further west, you can see the more a salary is required to afford a property in those places. So that being said, again, these are all numbers that are taking a round average, and everybody's situation is different. Houses are just like people, and people are just like houses. They are all different. So everyone has a different need. Everyone has something different they're looking for. So as always, give us a call. Let us know your questions. We would love to discuss with you your specific situation and areas that might be a fit for you as it relates to your income and what you're specifically looking for your family. We'd love to show you around. I will see you on the next video. I'm Haley Jones. Have a good one.